Greetings, and welcome to I Reasoning. Today is the 4th of the 2nd, 2024, and I'd like to start the show a little bit different. I'm mixing it up. So let's sit back and start with some music, yeah? And then we're getting into I Reasoning.
We've been traveling more than 2,000 miles, more than 2,000 miles. Can't get no home, shady tree, race, can't get no shady tree, race. The sun's so red hot, hotter than hot. Let me tell you, this is the song we were singing, coming along, oh yeah, coming along, oh yeah, coming along, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Wappa to the why, to the wap wap why. You wappa to the why, to the wap wap why. Wappa to the why, to the wap wap why. This is the song we were singing. Coming along. Wappa to the why, wappa to the why. Wappa to the why, wappa to the why, wappa to the why. We've been traveling, wappa to the why, more than 2,000 miles. Wappa to the why, can't get no shady tree. Wappa to the why, so I wappa to the why, wappa to the why. Some so regat. Wappa to the why, hot. Wappa to the why. Let me. Wappa to the why. This is the song we were singing. Wappa to the why. Coming along. Wappa to the why. Wappa to the why. Wappa to the why, wappa to the why, wap 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 to the why, wap 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 to the why, wap 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 to the why, so wappa to the why.
Yes. We've been traveling. Mr. Bernie Spears. Anyway, let's prepare ourselves for our Naya Bingi drum, higher reasoning. Yeah, welcome to Temple of Know Thyself, and I'm about to take you on that journey of knowing thyself, and hope everyone's blessed and everything is good. We're here again. It's the first Sunday of February. Time waits for no one. Traveling, that's what I've been doing all this week. Running up and down. I just came back from East London. Traveling again. Traveling yesterday, and I'm preparing to travel abroad in the coming weeks. So that's why I thought it would be nice to start with that song to say that we've been traveling. We've been traveling for a very long time. Our ancestors brought us here, and we're still here, and we're still traveling. And may the journey continues. So welcome to I Reasoning, and let's get into the show. You know what I'm saying? I hope everyone's blessed and I say highly favored by the Most High. and give thanks. Always give thanks. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for breath. Give thanks for family and friends. And give thanks for the people who don't like you. You still have to give thanks, because without them, you wouldn't understand what it is to be. What love is, isn't it? It's the opposite to that. So, my week. We're still experimenting with my eating stuff. Back on the salad again. Introduced intermittent fasting a bit now. Broke my fast today about 3 o'clock. I started Friday, and when I started on Friday, it was a bit weird. So, as I said, the show is about experience and sharing our. What does it say in African proverbs? I am because we are, and because we are, therefore I am. Swahili. So we're storytellers. So that's what the temple of Know Thyself is. We come and we reason, and we share our experience, and we can learn from some of those experiences to help us to grow. And be careful of the pitfalls that we come across. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do intermittent fasting, because I've got a certain goal I'm preparing myself to. My fasting is still going with no alcohol. I've got 12 more days and then I can break it. So I said, yeah, I'm going to fast. So I didn't break my fast till 2. But you see, when I broke my fast, I had a stinging migraine. And then that's what the information is here we're sharing in it. I was like, why am I having a migraine? Why is it irritating me? Me, I'm a person, I don't take aspirins or any paracetamol unless I really have to. So I came back. Here comes the nerd in me, and I'm Googling and doing some research. Why are you getting migraine? And what it explained to me is my insulin level dropped too fast. And that's why it's like a community show I'm sharing. So if you're going to do it, you don't make the same mistakes. What it is, I jumped. Although I actually do intermittent fasting, because I train, but I break my fast roughly about 10, sometime 11ish. But I jumped too far to 2 o'clock. Yeah, so the body wasn't ready. So the insulin level went up. Hence, when I was Googling it told me, listen, no, you gradually have to break it in. So I should have broke it at 1, for example, because remember, if I'm breaking it at 10:30 sometime, 11:30, 11ish, the next step closer to that would have been 12 to 1 instead of 2. Yeah, and it's explaining that's why you're getting the migraine, because the body's like panicking. What's happening? So the insulin level drops down. So obviously I wasn't drinking enough water. So you have to be drinking a lot of water when you decide to do these kind of things. So next time I've learned, yeah. So I done it today, and it felt a bit much better. But I always get that. I think I jump into it too quick, yeah, because I'm used to fasting anyway, and I always get migraines when I do fasting. So I guess I'm learning now, yeah. You gradually have to break into it, yeah, because it's such a shock to the body that the body is panicking. So now, I mean, I've done it for what? Yesterday I broke my fast. What time did I break my fast yesterday? I think I broke it about 1, 2ish, I think, again. And I've done it today. So that's why now the body's got, this is what he's trying to do. So it will work with me. So I'll probably do the same tomorrow again. Yeah. Just the next couple of days. I want to just cleanse up the body a bit. Yeah. Because I'm when I go traveling, you go and meet people and they offer you a drink. It's courtesy, isn't it? You say yes. That's my polite way of just taking a drink. Yeah. So that's why I cleansed my body for a bit, because I drank around Christmas time. So yeah. So I'll be doing intermittent fasting. I'm still on the salad. I've introduced avocado. I bought certain yogurts. that I'm going to add in as well, because I said, I like this intermittent fasting. So I'll probably break my fast from about 12 to 2. I'll decide what works best for me, and then take it from there. So yeah. And mum's getting better. She's there, you know. She has her ups and down moments. She lost a lot of strength. I physically saw them because I was the air fryer that I recommend. I had to put it in the kitchen, so I had to pull it out, and she had to hold the box, and she didn't have the strength in her. So she was like, "Yeah, I lost a lot of strength," but she's very upbeat, which is positive. It's very good. So these are the challenges that she has to deal with, but we're not. But we're putting things in place to support her. And I was reasoning with my friend. We have a men's group, and we're talking. His grandma is the same. He was explaining to me that when she has tea, she uses condensed milk, and he's the soft one in it because that's his grandma, but his auntie's like no, but he's like it's quite challenging to change somebody's habit who've been doing that for 60-70 years of their life. You know what I mean? It's what's the saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So it's a challenge. And I'm trying to keep balance. I'm trying to explain to my mum that listen, this is it can have a negative effect on you if you keep doing this thing that way. But she has to change because she want to change, innit? You can't make someone change. But what you can do is put tools there, and that's what I'm trying to do. Put tools, and then the point of the show is, and my motto is, empowering people to make informed choices. So you have to make that choice. And when I was at the gym last week, I was explaining to somebody I met at the gym about my situation, and I said sometimes your network is your net worth. Yeah. So when I was talking to him, he was like, "Yeah, I've got a mum. I check on sometime and look after her." He doesn't live with her, but he checks for his mum. And he goes, "Bruv, I don't have 2 hours to talk to my mum." And what he told me was that they're called the Samaritans. This is only based in the UK. I don't really know abroad. He said to me, "Call them," because she calls them, and it's a free number. I'm gonna give the number in a minute, but I'm not getting any sponsorship for this. I'm just sharing information that you can utilize, and it's for anybody. Whatever issues you have, you can tap into the service. It's a free service, by the way, and they're there to support you. Free number that you can call, and you can talk to somebody. So yeah, he gave me the contact information. So by the way, let me give you the number. It's 116123. Just Google it, or Samaritans. Yeah, 116123. So I called up and I was like, "Can you please give me some information about the service you offer, and how do you feel that you can help me, because I look after my mum. Can you just give me some information that I can go back to her and tell her about the service that you offer?" So the lady was very nice to me. She says, "Listen, it's a free phone number. You can call anytime you want. I mean, anytime, 2, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. They're not trained counselors. They're just normal people. So you can be one of them. Yeah, registered to be one of them. And it's random. So 1 minute, this is for the UK, by the way. 1 minute you can speak she happened to be in London when I spoke to her, but she was explaining to me, it's like a switchboard, yeah? And you have to wait maybe 2 minutes or something. Yeah. So you call the number, it goes to a switchboard, and then you have to wait. So I could be speaking to someone in London, and then the next time I call, I could be speaking to someone in Ireland. Yeah, it jumps like that. It could be Wales, I don't know, wherever it is, Scotland. Yeah, so it's just random people. It's never the same person. And you can spend, like the man was explaining to me, his mum, I think she's in her 90s or something. She spends 2 hours. The lady said you can speak, you can speak as long as you want, and there's no judgment. It's just a listening ears. So these are the tools that I'm finding, and I'm sharing it with you. So when I was speaking to her, I was like, listen, can you actually explain this to my mom so she understands? So I took the phone and I gave it to my mom, and she interacted with the lady that was speaking. And I wrote down the number for her and said to mom, listen, I know he's going to be a bit funny. Yeah, that's why I took the phone to her, and like, it's weird talking to a stranger. However, it's better to speak to a stranger sometimes, because the person can't really see you, and it's very unlikely you're going to actually meet or speak to that person again. That's what the woman was saying to me. It's very random. So I wrote the number down, I gave it to her. So in her time, hopefully, she will act on it, because sometimes she struggles to sleep. So pick up the phone, the woman said, and you can call. They spoke for about maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, she's just explaining that who we are. So these are the things, yeah, that I'm trying to put in place. So anybody out there, and the woman said it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how young people, old people, whatever it is, you can pick up the phone and you have an outlet that you can speak to somebody. Yeah. So please utilize it, because it's a tool. This is what I'm doing. I'm utilizing this internet to share my thoughts. It's a tool. And as I said, it's about empowering people to make informed choices. Yeah. So those are the things that's 2 things I've done to support my mum. And also it's a tool for me if I want to speak to somebody. Yeah. Because my outlet is the gym, but by the way. So, but some people might not have, I mean, that guy I met, his outlet is the gym as well. Some people might not have the outlet that we have. They might not have someone to speak to. So maybe you can pick up the phone, because looking after someone who's elder, it's a difficult thing. It's more mental, isn't it? So me trying to change my mum's habits, or trying to say that we don't need to keep all this stuff, that's a constant battle, and it's exhausting, because I go through that challenge. I'm like, we don't need this stuff, because it's just me and you here. And when you're keeping this stuff, it's making more work for me. Firstly, it's for cleaning, and it's just piling up a mess. So these are the things that can wear you out. Yeah. But as I said, and we clash. There's a guy, and he's saying that teeth must bite tongue. We clash. I throw away a lot of her stuff. I still do it, even though we clash. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, no, I'm not doing this, man. Like, I can't live like this. Being the kind of person that I am, it's not my, I can't do it. You know what I mean? And yes, we fight, but I still do it. I'm trying to justify it for her. No. I do it. I take it slowly when I do throw away the stuff. But half the things, when she came out, she's like, "Where's this? Where's that?" She's like, "Stop throwing it away." Because it's no point in having, and that's what I'm saying to you about having someone to speak to. It's no point having all these stuff we have. Like, mom likes to cook. Yeah, we have seasoning, so much seasoning, and because for me, I'm more of a naturalist kind of person. I keep my food very simple. You hear me every week. Salad, same food, broccoli, bam, couscous. That's my food. It's very bland. That's what I do over and over. That's my lifestyle. I can get away with it. Whereas my mom is a bit more, she's not really like a lot of flavors and stuff like that. So we have loads of seasoning in there, and because I might not use as many, it's just building up, and a year has gone by, so it just stays there. So I'm like, we can't keep this stuff because they're gonna get out of date, and yeah, so that's the challenge. But as I said, it becomes weird because you're battling with somebody trying to explain your thing. So please reach out to them if you need that support. They are there to help you. Yeah, the Samaritans, 116123. Just bringing information to the community and to the people to empower them to make informed choices. That's all I can do, is empower you to make informed choices, and then the rest is up to you. I went to East London and I saw some people, Craig and Joe. I haven't seen them for a long time, so big up to them. You know what I mean? As I said, I used the word traveling, man, and be moving up and down. What else did I get? I got one of my suitcases where I went to pick up, and it was very interesting that I do a lot of writing. Let's say even like when I do the show. In the beginning, I used to write little essays and stuff like that. Now I just bullet point, because you're just learning as you're going in, and you should learn and develop. That's the whole point of life, isn't it? And I found some notes. Actually, before I get to that one, let me chat about my work. Yeah. By the way, I'm a little bit cheeky. Yeah, I'm a little bit cheeky. Got myself into a little cheeky little problem, and my manager's like, listen, I'm keeping an eye on you. So that's why I share it with the people that, you know, we bend the rules here and there, you know what I mean? So, but I'm grateful for my work, you know what I mean? But don't copy and paste what I do, because what might work for me might not work for you. I heard that quotation the other day. It's a very good quotation. So I might be able to get away with things because I'm very charming to my bosses, and you know what I'm saying to you, like I might be able to bend more rules, and you might be able to get away with things that I can't get away. So yeah, I was a little bit cheeky last week. So I know I always go to my elders, and you know, reason with my elders and say, you know what, yeah, I just have to keep an eye on what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to bend rules, man. You know what I mean? But don't break them. That's what I'm saying. So I just share that with like, yeah. I have to be on my P's and Q's this week coming. So yeah. So when I went through my suitcase, I found some of my notes, which I'm glad you can hear me ruffling the papers. So I have a book, and this is why I say it's important to, and this one is 2020. This one, how many pages is this? This is 300 pages. This one, yeah. 2020, London, that's when I came back. I arrived back here, I was in lockdown. When it started, I spent always like 8 months in Africa. I was fortunate enough that where I was building a property, so I was blessed. Well, I don't use the word lucky. I was blessed enough that saying that a Jamaican say, one coconut full of basket, it means like patient man ride donkey. Another saying, because I've been building slowly, when that rainy day came, I was able to have shelter. So I've been building from 2014. This year makes 10 years I've been doing my property. So when that lockdown came, I had a roof, I had everything in there. All I had to do is put a bed in, and you know what I mean, I went and bought solar, but I had a structure, and I was able to stay there and not pay rent, where I know many people that were stuck. So they were. So when I came back, I being there for so long, I was able to discipline myself. Very, very, very good. Very, very good. So yeah, I did my diary. And that's why it's important. I still have a diary. I've always said that. I say it to my children as well. Make sure you have a diary. Important, you know what I mean? Because it's these notes that you write down. It's good. So I went to UG. I think on the 5th. Yep, I went on the 5th, and then I came back on the 10th. Yeah. But I started most of my training there because I was on lockdown. So when I go this year, you're gonna meet my wife. Yeah, my wife is basically the gym. So I bought some equipments because you couldn't travel out. Where I was specifically, we had curfews. In the beginning, it wasn't like that, and then they introduced a curfew. So after 6 or 7, you couldn't travel nowhere. And me, I'm in a foreign country. I'm not going to risk myself and go to prison. I just follow the rules. People were still doing their thing. So I bought a lot of gym equipment, and that's what I was training. So I have my whole diary here from when I came back, and it's good to see it. It just shows you the progress, and I always write notes down what my training was, and it was great. It's great. So it's nice to look back and see these where I came from. What's my intention of going where I want to go. So that's what I said about having not just talking, but applying the tools. That's what I said. Even me, I'm cheeky at work, but not but. However, I'm going to you level yourself up. So this diary goes from 2020 to 2021. Yeah, so it just shows my progress, what I did, and it's an inspiration to me as well. As long as doing that diary, I also had a personal challenge for myself. I love leaving notes around. I can see one of the notes. The art of thinking, question. Learn to think, find more ways to think, be wise and think, seek wisdom and think. Yeah, these are my notes. So what was my goal? My goal, because I wanted to find this, and I'm glad I found it. Between 21 to 22, my personal goal was to do 100 books, and that means audio books. I think you can see it. Investing for Beginners. That was the last book I'd done. I'd done 116 books of audio, and they're all written down here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a picture as I get better, and I'm actually gonna put them up on YouTube. And I'm gonna probably go through these books again. Yeah, that's the first time I actually beat my son, because he used to go through so many books. So it's nice. And then I have my favorites. I put the ticks. Which one of the best ones I liked was the compound effect. The 6th pillar of self-esteem. Lead the feel. The keys to success. Who moved my cheese? I like that. I introduced that one to my children. How to win friends and influence people. The secret millionaire mindset. He can who think he can. The 5 major pieces of life puzzles. The art. Where is this one here? Making the shift. The art of learning and self-development. The art of how to get what I've got a whole list, just a list of loads of books. Everyday Millionaire, Hustle Hard, Hustle Smart, that's by 50 cents. The Total Money Makeover, Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success. stone, the fundamental stone of happiness, the spirit, the problem of the modern day man. Yeah, man, it was just, I went through a lot of, and it changed, it allowed me to see things from a different perspective. That was one of my best years. I actually earned the most money in that year as well, because I remember I was telling my son that my goal was to earn this much money, and I was just smashing it. I mean, Monday to Sunday, I used to work sometime as well, because on lockdown, us as key workers, we were allowed out, and my office they were on the staff. So I, as my mum says, opportunity is a man with hair. Grab it while you have, because once it's gone, it's gone. Yeah. So I grabbed it. I came home. I studied. I used to wake up in the morning, and I would do my training. I did 18 months. This particular training I did 18 months of no alcohol, which I was very surprised I did that. Did I muck up on some days? Yes, because I got COVID in this country. Yeah. So I didn't do the full 18 months, but I did about a year and a bit of just consistent training. And the other one was to be celibate for 18 months. I think I crashed after 9 months. But I was very impressed that I did that for 9 months. That year was my best year. But what it done, it instilled something in me that enabled me now to say to myself, you know what, I'm going to start that particular challenge again. As I said, we've been traveling. That's why I used to start the song. It's a journey. Life's about a journey. It's about looking and learning. So I'm grateful for where I work. You know what I mean? Because I've got friends who are in situations that, you know what, they would love to have my opportunity. Because some of them are out of work, or they've started work and they don't like where they are. I'm blessed and fortunate enough where I am. And once I leave my depot, I'm like my own boss. You know what I mean? So I don't want to just, you know what I mean, lose have that position taken away from me. So that's why I like to study and learn from my mistake, because it's only a fool that makes the same mistake and not learn from it. So I called up one of my branch and said to him, look, my boss caught me doing something, but he just gave me a blight. But the point is, he's aware of it and I'm aware of it. So what do I do? You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. I'm a bit cheeky. So it's about you learning from that. And we all make mistakes. However, don't use that as an excuse. Sorry. So that's why, looking at what I did, let's call it 3 years, because we just started the year from 2020. No, actually, it'll be 21. 2 years, because this went on for 18 months. So I've got the proof here. The book is here. You can hear the book, and I'm going to look at this as a reference, because that is what life's about, innit? It's the experience. Life is about the experience. We use the experience to make us go further, or we use the experience to say, you know what, I can learn from that. You get me? That's what it's about. It's a baby like falling down, getting up, falling down, getting up, and then eventually the child learns to walk. Same as like being with certain people, you learn. Like what I did there, I felt a bit uncomfortable. I don't want to do it again. You might do it one more time, and then you learn. You say, "Nah, this is not me." You know what I mean? So stay in your lane, as we say. So this is where that nerd thing comes in. And as I said, nerd is not a negative thing. Nerd is just about studying and wanting to do better with yourself. And nerds rule the world, as you can see. You know what I mean? It's they create things. Yeah, those are the people that are creators. So that's like me doing the podcast. I've created something. And first of all, thanks for the people. I've got like 100 subscribers. And it's just a slow journey. It's something that I'm doing for fun. I enjoy doing it. And I'm trying to actually get when I actually started this, my podcast thing, because I keep saying, where's the videos? Let me go back. It's only been going, what, 5 months? Yeah, that's how long I've been doing it, 5 months. So I'm doing okay for me. I do it for fun. I do it for fun. My son, he does music, and I said to him, "I'll promote your stuff in it." Like this, I have a lot of. Oh, he's shocked, and that's what I say about memories, innit? About the experience, like, because I've been living in for 5 years, and I've been going to. It's called Festival of Light. I've been going to them. And he's like, "Dad, you're not coming." I'm like, "Bruv, I've done my time with you, man." He asked me the other day. He's like, "You haven't come. I haven't come to the last, I think 2 or 3 now, because that's when he's gone back to his mum." And I'm like, "Nah, my work pattern has changed now. Before I used to finish work at 3 o'clock, and then his plays will be in the afternoon at 5 or 6. But I've got recordings of them, and he's always been the main singer. So I said to him, what I'll do, I'll upload them to YouTube. You get me? And you can see your progress, because this is his hobby. I said to him, keep it up, innit? Like, but make sure you still do your books. But this will be your side hustle if you're really interested in it. He's going to be 18 this year. So I said, nah, I've done my bit with you, man. I've got all the videos, because he was shocked. We loaded the video yesterday, but I've got all the videos. I think he did this in 2022, that video. It's over 2020, yeah, 2022-ish, coming 2023, yeah, around that time. But I've got videos of him performing at school, and I'm saying to him, listen, I'll load them up. I've got loads of memories, yeah, that you weren't aware that I've been recording them. So I'll do something for you, and this acts as a memory, just like my book. So you can see, because he was the first one I did an interview with. So you can judge your progress and learn about the ups and downs, the trials and tribulation that you go through, and listen to my reasoning as well, because I'm sharing with you that I go through my issues. You know what I mean? I use the word cheeky. I am a little bit cheeky, you know what I'm saying to you. But because I do those things, don't mean that you can do it, because your personality is not my personality. And my personality is not, I don't play in a band, you do. I don't want to be like you, you get me? I have no interest in doing what you're doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't want to be you. I don't want to push you to you do you. I'm doing me. So we're two different people, but we can learn from each other. I can be inspired by the way that you put yourself forward, and you can be inspired by the way how I be. You know what I mean? We've come to some compromise. Cause I remember last week you asked me for some money for some exam sheets. So he showed me what it is when I went there yesterday, and I've agreed. I guess that's the soft side of being a father, you know. I've agreed to pay for his tuition papers that he wanted to get. So we compromised, but I wasn't able to fully express why I didn't like his approach. So, but anyway, it's done. He's gonna buy it next week, and then I'll pay for it. The other thing as well, I just wanted to quickly touch on before we leave. I've learned. I'm learning. Let me put that word. I'm learning. Just because you are kind doesn't mean that other people have to be kind to you. And that's a constant lesson that I'm learning, because everybody's different, in it, and we're all different. I'm not going to change myself for somebody else. I'm not going to stop being who I am for somebody else. Or all I have to do is learn, because you're meeting individual people. I'm learning as I'm growing. That's so we're traveling as well. It's a mental thing. That's why I'm trying to tie the song. It's not just about physically traveling, it's mentally about learning from your mistake and becoming the person that you're meant to become. Because you have to remember, as the person as I'm speaking to now, God willing, we're taking over the baton from our elders, isn't it? Our parents, our grandparents, we're the next, the next people who will be taking on those batons that will be the leaders for our children. So there's no right or wrong way. So, because even when you're old, I'm still learning. Like the IT thing, like when we went there, I wanted him to teach me how to do editing because I will be doing videos. And normally I'm doing audio. So I know how to do the audio. However, I don't know how to do the physical or the pictures and the videos and stuff like that. So I'm also learning, yeah? Because that's what growth's about. So we make mistakes, we learn back and forward. But I realize because I'm learning, just because I'm kind, I'm a kind-hearted person, doesn't mean somebody has to be back the same to me. Because I got into a scenario and I'm like, bruh, that's a bit cold, man. You know what I mean? I went somewhere and the person's like, you know what? You can't do that. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I thought me and you were safe. And the person's like, nope. So I realized that every individual are different. Because you might be cool. Nah, come man. The other person will be like, nope, I'm not like you. and yeah, it's a life lesson. It's a life lesson. But yeah, just be careful. Yeah, just be careful out there. And as I said, do our best to learn from our mistakes and grow from it. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. Life's about experience and it's about traveling. And that's how we learn. We learn from doing things. It's not in a book. A book can't teach me. Although I've read these 100 books here, 116 books, or audio. I listen to these. I don't read books. I listen to audiobooks. It's somebody's experience. But what I can get from, I see that I like to correct myself, not but, what I can get from these people's experience is some form of wisdom or gems, we might call them. However, I have to apply that gem or that wisdom to avoid those traps. Yeah? I hope that makes sense. Yeah? That's what the books are there. The persons are explaining from their point of view, and it's for you to listen. That's why when we're having this conversation here, I'm explaining that I'm a kind-hearted person. I'm like that. However, some people will utilize my kindness and I do something kind and they don't have to do nothing kind back to me because they'll be like, well, that's your choice. I'm like, what? I'm not doing it because I want something back. I'm just kind because I am. But in your mind, I don't like using the word but. However, in your mind, you're thinking, nah, I'm just being myself. However, I would expect back the same from you, isn't it? It's respect, isn't it? And you realize that it doesn't work that way. Not that you're looking for a favor. I hope that I don't come across like that. No. I hope you understand my point of view, where I'm coming from. You're just a genuine, kind person. However, the person, see, I had to think, I didn't want to say but. However, the person doesn't want to do back the same. They're like, yeah, you can do it, but that's not me. That's not me. I'm not you. So be careful. And that's why having these conversations, I make my children aware, because they're like a sponge, isn't it? They're learning. My youngest son subscribed to me, and he made me 100. He said, Dad, I'll make you 100. And then he listened to my song, and he was singing Kevin Campbell, yeah? Can We Talk? That's the song. That's Motivation that just went out last week. And I was surprised. He's like, "Rah, Dad, I like it. I like it." You know what I mean? Because they're always playing games. So we learn from each other. So when he listens to this, he'll be like, how do I deal with challenges? Same like me reading the books. How am I going to deal? Because these challenges come up in our workplace. And let me give you a scenario. I have another friend. What I mean about, you will stay behind work to help out your team. However, when you might need a day off, your boss is like, no, I need you on that day. That's what I mean. That's the example I'm trying to get at. Because she's going through the same thing. You know, when the days she needs off, the boss is like, nah. But you're like, I've been staying behind, clearing up and doing bits and pieces. Like, that's up to you. I mean, that's your choice. Those are the scenarios I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So just be wise. And so it's same with children and adults. We all can learn from each other. Like, my son is teaching me how to do these programs and stuff, and I'm teaching him, you know, how to be a young man, because he can take my experience and learn from my experience and learn about the challenges that sometimes you will be a bit cheeky. We all are. We might leave 10 minutes early, or we might take a shortcut, which I do sometime, and my boss is like, yo, I can see what you're doing, you know. You know what I mean? Like, I can see, I'm keeping my eye on you. So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. You know what I mean? So let's be wise. But that's it. That's the reasoning for today, man. We're all traveling. Some of us have got destination. Some of us haven't got destination. But enjoy the journey. That's all I can say. Enjoy the journey. It's called life. Enjoy it. And that's why this year I will be traveling. I want to travel some more. I want to see life a bit more. I want to expand. Your knowledge is based on your circumference. So if you live in London, that is your circumference. That is your knowledge. However, when you go abroad, I have some challenges that I am going to go and deal with within a month and a half when I get abroad. And it builds your character, isn't it? It changes your perspective on how you see life. So that's why it's good to travel. You know what I mean? So that's it. I've got my notes here. There's some other things I want to do. I want to, start from April, because I set some goals at the start of the year. Finance and fitness and so forth like that. I'm going to be introducing a kind of blog of me training. I want to get back to that, and that's what I said. I wanted to find this particular book that I did, and I love the physique I got into specifically. So the blueprint is here, yeah, and I want to do that. So I'm going to not start now. I'm going to do bits and pieces, but don't use that word. The intention from April onwards is to do these little blogs of me in the gym doing some training. I've actually done it, but I can't publish it yet because I don't have the time at the moment now, like to do the editing and stuff like that. So I will be doing that when I come back around April time. I want to start it, and that journey, the goal was to, let me see, May, June, July, August, September, October, December. If I can do it by Christmas, it'll be nice, yeah. However, I will do it for the 8 months, but I want to set myself up from this year and kind of roll into 2026, you know, God willing, yeah. And you will see the physical of what I'm talking about my eating and what I want to do, and you know what I'm saying to you, applying the theory to the practical, so you will see it. So I'll get up and do my little training in the gym. It means I have to get up because the recording I did, because there's people in the gym, sometimes there's a lot of people there, so it means I have to change my whole structure. It means I have to wake up at 6 in the morning to get there at 6:30 because there's less people that I can train and record. So that's a total whole mindset. However, I don't mind doing it. You have to have, that's what I'm saying, this is fun, isn't it? I don't get paid for it, it's just passion. But then I can physically show my journey. Like when I go to Uganda, I'm going to record the challenges I go through as a foreigner and show the structure of the property that I have, and that's it. So we all have these challenges. It's just inspiring people, that's all it is. Yeah, that's what it's about. So yeah, that's to come. In about 2 weeks' time, there won't be no Motivation Sunday. Not Motivation Sunday. I Reason on a Sunday. Motivation Wednesday, the last one will be next week. The reason why, because I'll be traveling the following week. And where I go, I can't tell you if there's going to be proper internet connection. It's just too much hassle. So next week's Sunday, I think will be my last I Reasoning. And then there will be a skip. And then I will just send probably just little bits and pieces in if I can. If I can't, you will have to wait, and I'll keep you informed. So yeah, my people, again, thanks for listening and spending your time, your listening ears with me. I really appreciate it. And go forth and have a wonderful week. Same like me, I have to go to work and be on my P's and Q's. I have to be on my P's and Q's and behave myself, yeah, because yeah, you just have to be wise. It's the best decision, you know. Be wise, be humble. So thanks again to listening to I Reasoning, and have a prosperous and a wonderful week, and stay blessed. Keep your head up, and you shall be successful. Anything you put your mind to, just go forth and pray. Ask for help and support. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think a lot of us forget to pray and ask for help. Yeah, just ask. It tells you ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, you have a blessed and wonderful Sunday, and take care. And as I said, I love you very much, and I look forward to seeing you, God willing, next Sunday, where we have a reasoning, and yeah, just have a little chat, catch up. All right, take care. God bless, and I shall see you next Sunday. Take care.